Have you ever heard of Al-Jazari? Don't worry, most people haven't. And that's the great tragedy of his story. How could a man who literally designed the future, a genius whose ideas power our modern world, simply vanish from history? For centuries, the name Al-Jazari was a whisper, a footnote, if that. Why? The answer is a sad cocktail of lost translations, historical bias, and a world that simply wasn't ready to give credit where it was due. His monumental work, the Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices, was a treasure trove of engineering brilliance. But as empires rose and fell, as languages shifted and priorities changed, this treasure was buried. For hundreds of years, his detailed diagrams and revolutionary concepts were locked away in manuscripts, untranslated and unappreciated by the Western world, which was busy writing its own version of history. While Europe was still deep in the Middle Ages, Al-Jazari, in what is now modern-day Turkey, was designing machines that wouldn't be seen in the West for another 300 years. But because his work wasn't immediately translated into Latin, the academic language of the time, he was effectively cut out of the narrative. He was a ghost in the machine of history. The focus remained on Greek and Roman foundations, fast-forwarding to the European Renaissance, completely leapfrogging the incredible contributions of the Islamic Golden Age. It wasn't until the 20th century that scholars, like the brilliant Donald Hill, began to painstakingly translate his work, uncovering the shocking truth: one of the greatest engineering minds in history had been forgotten. We were looking at a master who had been completely erased from our textbooks. So, what was Al-Jazari's real impact? It's not just big, it's monumental. It's everywhere. Look around you. The car you drive, the automated systems that run our cities, the very concept of a modern factory, the DNA of all these things can be traced back to his workshop in the 12th century. Let's start with the heart of modern machinery, the engine. Every internal combustion engine uses a crankshaft. It's the component that converts linear motion into rotary motion. Guess who was the first to document and build a machine using a crankshaft with a connecting rod? Al-Jazari. Before him, the only way to get rotary motion was by using a hand crank, which is clumsy and inefficient. Al-Jazari's design, which he used in his incredible water-raising pumps, was the key that unlocked a new era of mechanization. Without it, the Industrial Revolution would have been impossible. Think about that. The very engine of progress was first sketched on his drawing board. But he didn't stop there. He was obsessed with automation. He created automated peacocks that fanned a ruler, a hand-washing automaton that offered soap and a towel, and even a musical band of robots designed to entertain guests at royal parties. These weren't just toys. They were proof of concept for some of the most fundamental principles in engineering. He pioneered the use of camshafts to control and time movements, a principle that is still used in engines and automated machinery today. He understood concepts like intermittent motion, segmental gears, and conical valves, ideas that are the building blocks of modern robotics and factory automation. When you see a robotic arm on an assembly line, moving with precision and timing, you are watching the ghost of Al-Jazari at work. His designs were a blueprint for a world run by machines, a world where human effort could be amplified and automated. He wasn't just building individual devices. He was inventing the language of mechanics, the very grammar that all future engineers would use, whether they knew his name or not. Every factory, every engine, every robot, they all carry a piece of his forgotten genius. Now for a comparison that might just blow your mind: Al-Jazari versus Leonardo da Vinci. When we think of a Renaissance man, a genius inventor, Leonardo's name is the first, and often the only, one that comes to mind. We picture his flying machines, his anatomical drawings, his visionary art. He is, without a doubt, a pillar of Western civilization and a genius of the highest order. But what if I told you that many of the mechanical principles Leonardo is famous for were actually documented and built by Al-Jazari almost 300 years earlier? Let's be clear, there's no evidence Leonardo copied Al-Jazari. It's more likely a case of parallel thinking, or perhaps Leonardo was influenced by earlier texts that themselves had trickled down from the Islamic world, but the timeline is undeniable. Al-Jazari lived from 1136 to 1206. Leonardo da Vinci lived from 1452 to 1519. That's a gap of nearly 3 centuries. Al-Jazari's book, filled with detailed schematics for over 100 devices, included segmental gears, suction pumps, and water clocks with complex automata. Many of these same ideas reappear in Leonardo's notebooks. The key difference: Al-Jazari didn't just design them, he built them. His book wasn't a collection of theoretical ideas. It was a practical instruction manual written by a hands-on chief engineer for the Artukid dynasty. He describes the materials, the construction process, the calibration, everything you'd need to replicate his work. Leonardo, for all his genius, left behind many more sketches than finished machines. So, who came first? The answer is unequivocally Al-Jazari. While Leonardo dreamed of the future, Al-Jazari was busy building it. To call Al-Jazari the Leonardo of the East is actually an injustice. Given the timeline, it would be more accurate, though perhaps controversial, to wonder if Leonardo was the Al-Jazari of the West. Both were giants, but one has been celebrated for centuries while the other was left in the shadows. Thankfully, the tide is starting to turn. The world is slowly waking up to the genius it forgot. After centuries of neglect, Al-Jazari is finally getting the recognition he deserves. In museums around the world, from the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul to exhibitions in Paris and London, replicas of his incredible machines are being built for the public to see. Imagine walking up to his famous elephant clock. It's a masterpiece of multicultural engineering, standing over 7 feet tall, incorporating an Indian elephant, an Egyptian phoenix, Greek water mechanisms, a Chinese dragon, and Arabian figures. As it operates, a symphony of automated movements and sounds marks the passage of every half hour. Seeing it in action, you realize this wasn't just a clock, it was a statement, a celebration of knowledge from across the known world, brought together by one man's ingenuity. Universities and engineering departments are now studying his work, integrating his contributions into the history of technology. Scholars are poring over his manuscripts, not just for their historical value, but for their sheer technical brilliance. There are documentaries, books, and even children's stories being written about him. In 2016, the Istanbul Al-Jazari Museum opened, a space dedicated entirely to his life and work, filled with interactive exhibits and working models of his inventions. It's a late acknowledgement, centuries overdue, but it's happening. The name Al-Jazari is finally being spoken in the same breath as the other great inventors of history. We are piecing together the legacy of a man who saw the future and laid the groundwork for it, all while his own civilization was about to be appended. It's a powerful reminder that history is not always written by the victors, but by those who bother to look for the truth, even if it's buried under 1,000 years of dust. So, what is the ultimate legacy of Al-Jazari? When we look back at the great figures of history, we often categorize them. There are the conquerors who built empires, the philosophers who shaped thought, and the artists who captured beauty. And then there are the engineers, the builders. But Al-Jazari was something more. He belongs to a rare category of human being. He was a foundational thinker. There are men who build machines, using the principles of their time. And then there are men who build the principles themselves. Al-Jazari didn't just create a few clever gadgets. He established the very building blocks of modern mechanics. The crankshaft, the camshaft, the concept of automation, the double-acting pump, these weren't just inventions. They were new words in the language of engineering, a language that we are still speaking today. He looked at the world and didn't just see what was there. He saw what could be. He saw a world where water could be lifted without back-breaking labor, where time could be measured with astonishing precision and artistry, and where machines could perform complex, sequential tasks on their own. He was a systems thinker in an age of simple tools. His elephant clock wasn't just a clock. It was an early example of a programmable computer. His automata weren't just toys. They were the ancestors of every robot on every assembly line. Some men build machines that last a lifetime. Others, the true visionaries, build the ideas that shape the future itself. Al-Jazari didn't just build for his king or his century. Unknowingly, he was building for us. He laid a foundation, and on that foundation, our entire technological world has been built. He is the forgotten genius who built the future. The story of Al-Jazari is just one part of a history you were never taught. If you want to uncover more stories of forgotten geniuses and lost worlds, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And don't miss the rest of our series, Al-Jazari, the forgotten genius who built the future. Thanks for watching.